I love that laugh. Who's the woman with that great hearty laugh?
Good evening. What's the deal, everybody? What are we doing? Hold on, I'm watching a Trump speech, but let me kind of mute that. And yeah. Amazing month here so far. We're a third of the way through, and man, 3 weeks till next year. You know why that's great? Because nothing fucking changes. Keep grinding. Nothing stops. Where's everybody? We only got 80 people in here. It's already 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. You guys are late. All right, let's since they're late, they can rewatch the breakdown. Daily closed bullish. Massively bullish, really overtaking the previous daily candle. We broke the lows, broke the highs. We're, I think, look, 540 pips for the daily candle. That's almost like an hourly candle about a month ago. Oh, wait, hold on a second, chat. Give me 1 sec. Let me do this real quick. I'm coming right back really quickly. Yeah, we're flipping bullish here anyway. Yeah, give me 1 sec. I gotta do something. Muted. Yes, thank you. All right, top wick created. So as I was saying, the daily's bullish. The 4 hours closed bearish. We might break the low on the 4 hour to come down. And there's some range to come down here, right? On the hourly, there is a boom to the boom. It's recent. I really like this level. This might see a steep wick. Let's give it a second. I gotta think for a second. Yeah, I might do this and keep it at a really small stop. Like we either get a sniper entry or it smashes through here, but at 25 pips, I think it'll be worth the risk. About 26 pips there. So here's what I'm gonna do, gang. I'm gonna have a buy limit at this area. The hour here. I know we're breaking the low. We got this little 15 celery play happening. All right, broke the high here. Kind of close below. I just don't know if the level here is over here, down here, because I don't think we closed below the actual level, which I think would be this area. Right there. Close below, back up in range. So yeah, this last 15 did not close below. The 30 held. Right, the hourly did not close below. I'm a little skeptical of this coming down. If it does, let it. So it's like, yeah, people ask me all the time, right? Why not take the position to your entry? Because I'm more sure that we will reject here than we come down, right? We might start coming down, come back up, and never get here. If we get here, I'm more sure of the fact that we'll bounce. That makes sense to you guys. But like this chop has been difficult. This has not been an easy chop here. Look where we are. Like we're right back in the middle of that 4-hour chop that we hated. We're right smack dab in the middle. Looking good for short. Not anymore. At this level too, right? The 15, 30. The issue with this level and having a sell limit here, yeah, the daily closed bullish, and the previous 4 hours more of a lick candle. The hourly's found a support to come up, and if you look on the 4-hour, right, this area, the 4-hour resistance was already wicked through, then retested right at that level and came down. And I really think we start heading up here on the next time. We're gonna blast through this area to fill this wick, because this range has already been filled, right? Wicks are ranges. So this was a range, right? Right here, up to here, right? Candle bodies are ranges, but wicks are also ranges, and they're separate ranges. Sometimes they're part of one big range, but usually a wick and smaller time frame will be its own individual range. If you look at it, you'll see it when you zoom in, if you just box them out. And that's a range, right? This range, it got filled up to here. This got filled. Now it's time for us to fill this. Once we get up there, struggle, quick fill. Clean. See that? Falls in line with that clean spot to the left. Now, if we're looking for entries, that's the reason I wouldn't sell it. Will it come down? It's very possible we reject heavy here off the 15. Right? This level's been confirmed multiple times. That's why we are using it right now as well. But we're better off letting it push or letting it reject, doing whatever it does, and then taking some buys. So if we close above the range here, above 20, 42, 43, I'm going to look for buys. This is actually, honestly, if I marked this off earlier, this isn't bad. We could have looked for buys here right now on the break of that candle. I just didn't have our levels drawn up yet, but I think right there, this is solid. Right? Go off this range. Yeah, it's a solid buy. Not a big deal. It's not a massive range. It's 40 pips here, right? You're not missing it. Like, we want to be taking like 50 to 80 pips out of a 200 pip range. We don't really care for a 40 pip range, 30 pip range. I mean, yeah, there's stuff to be had, but think about it. On a 40 or 30 pip range, you're looking to catch 90 to 100% of the range. How often do you get the entire fucking range, right? Not often, ever. So you just need, it's a lot easier to get 10% of a 200 pip range than it is 50% of a 40 pip range. Even though the numbers will be the same at the end of the day. Too much noise in these levels? Yeah, they're incredibly loud. Really loud. Hard to tune it out, but we're doing our best and we're succeeding so far. We can get rid of this for now. Nothing's coming down there right now. We're a good 80 pips away. Damn, this is only 80 pips? Damn, market should like this. This is how we should be looking at it. This bugger. I like to carry around 300 to 400 pips of range on screen, right? So 62 to 20, about 400 pips of range as a general rule of thumb, right? 300 pips of range. It really depends on how the range is, how tight they are, how big they are. But on average, if I typically, when I look to the right, I see my numbers are roughly top to bottom about 300 to 400 pips total range that I can view on screen. And there's nothing special about that. You can view, you can use, 50. It's up to you how big you are, small, or how zoomed in you want to be, right? But like I say, when in doubt, zoom out. So I like to be a little bit zoomed out, so I don't really question what else is going on. See everything. Kind of hot. I missed the last New York trade. Was in the middle of the therapy session. Yeah. We gave it 3 attempts. The first 2 came back to B. The third one smacked. I mean, we got partials and then runner back B. Third one smacked. You guys really take a trade without me just now all day. Wow. Just wow. I'm good. How about you? Oh, how are you, Sam? Wait, people at the Zoom door? In the trenches. What's wrong with that? Is it only futures trading here? There's a crowd that trades spot gold as well in here. We used to trade spot gold, but now the way the regulations are, we are trading futures. And you know what? Even if the regulations weren't like this, I would gladly switch to futures knowing what I know. I would rather trade this over spot gold. Right, over XAU USD. No manipulation, centralized pricing and spread. Much more convenient user interface, an overall better user experience. It's just cheaper each direction than Forex is. So it's like, how can you not like futures more? Cool kids trade spot? Yeah. The ones that sell algos. Everyone that sells algos trades spot. I just switched to futures, way better experience. Yeah, it's not even close. It's like, it's an overall better experience. I left spot gold and Forex about 2 months ago. It was the best decision ever. I'm like $500 away from my first day off. Futures is the way. Futures is the future. Absolutely. I don't know any single person that switched to futures and is like, fuck, I want to go back to XAU USD. No one ever. Not never. Not ever. And it's, I forgot to mention the most important thing. The most important, out of everything I said, forget everything I said. But besides everything I said being way better than Forex, futures is regulated. Your money is not getting fucking trader domained out of your account. You know what I'm saying? Just finished making food, but I miss. Yeah, I miss the suffering and the rug pulls. No, thank you. I don't miss the rug pulls. If I tell you how much money was in there for me, you'd be like, hold on a second, chat. Hold on. Why you keep switching your name, Jay? Fund is a must to trade futures. Oh, did Jay answer you? Maybe someone's looking after him, or someone's. He's got it. Oop! Now I'm here. Now I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, you be switching your name like you're doing fucking Dragon Ball Z moves. Damn. Terpy in the building. Bro, I'm gonna be somewhere by you. I'm gonna be fucking making fun of the French Canadians next month, and I'm gonna need you out there with me. Yo. Terpy, how tall are you? I can't hang out with people taller than me, honestly.
He's like 6'3", almost 6'4", bro.
See, we can't do that, bro.
He's very tall.
I can't do that. I'm gonna need you to stay seated the entire time. Matter of fact, learn how to ride a wheelchair for fun. Because look, 6'3".
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Bro, I'm not spending my fucking. I'm not spending my fucking, you know, time in French Canada with fucking like this. My neck hurts from the entire year, bro. I can't do this. Remember Kevin Hart? He was like, I can't be standing next to Shaq. He was just standing next to him. He had his, it's like having his dick on my forehead like this. Yeah, turn around and be like, bro. I can't be hanging out next to tall people. I need you. I need somebody to be shorter than me. All right. Anybody else in Montreal? Stop your height. You 6'1"? Yo, how did I get to be so fucking short? If I follow your strategy on this, how lot size would suggest to use on a 10K account? The crazy thing is, my mom would understand you perfectly. I think she talks like that too. How lot size would you would suggest? 10K account, honestly? Like, you want my complete honest opinion? 0.2 to 0.6 max, depending on the trade. So I would go with micros. If you're on a 20K account, I would go with the micro as well, just because you do not have the cojones to hold the entire position every fucking trade. You got to go with micros. If it's a funded account, if it's a live account, I'm easily trading GC, ones, twos, threes, 3 lots. Yeah, 3 contract easily. Granddad was 6'6". Damn. You Space Man, but he was in Space Jam, bro. 6'6". I don't think anyone in my family, like, the coolest shit I could say is grandma lived till 100. Till 99. Nobody in my family was 6'6". I had a couple of 5'2" motherfuckers. Bastards. Ruined it for all of us. Ruined it for generations to come. 8.2 there's okay. Yeah, I would go with the micros just because. Yeah, I was saying something else before I had to step away for a second. I gotta get Insta back and flex them jumbo eggs. Hey, Wix, talking about futures spot gold. The difference in the 4-hour candles starting to print confuses me. Should I prioritize futures? It's not about 4-hour candles on futures or gold. It's not even about your broker. That's what I've learned. It's about the platform you trade on. And here's the thing. I have an account at AMP Futures, right? It's a live account. When I open that same account on TradingView and I open that account on MetaTrader, they have a different 4-hour close for the same account. Not even different accounts, different brokers. MetaTrader itself closes at a different 4-hour than TradingView does. On the same broker. How that happens, I don't know. So the 4-hour I'll tell you right now. The 4 hour on MetaTrader on my live account closes at 11. But the 4 hour, and not even at 9, like spot gold, it closes at 11. So that's a completely different time, right? So that one is 7-11-3. This one on TradingView and Project X here, which gets its charts from TradingView, this is on 591, right? 591. That one's 7-11, 7-11-3, 7-11-3, my friend. I'm still rolling. Spaceman, more like Space Jam. Yeah. Okay. New message, agent profile picture. JN, thanks for reaching out 2 minutes ago. All our CFDs at this moment in time are based on spot or cash. Did you copy and paste into the wrong thing? You'll be free next Friday? Nah, I'm gonna be there in like a month, 2 months maybe. I'm thinking like, I'm not sure. I gotta find out, but I'm probably gonna have to be there like end of January. You be near Montreal too? Nah, if I get there, damn, I can't even tell you guys where I'm gonna stay because you guys will fucking camp out over there. Because you'll know when I'm gone and you'll fucking camp out. Yo, can you tell me why don't you guys allow fucking Airbnbs in the winter? Bullshit. I was there this morning and didn't see you take 3 shorts. So there were 2 streams this morning. There was the first stream that lasted from 8 to 10:30. And then we got Wi-Fi went out and then we restarted immediately. And if you look at this, at my streams, if you go to my live streams, there's a stream and then there's a part 2. We restarted immediately with a part 2. And right after we restarted, we had 3 positions. So they were late positions. I went over it in my IG, but like it was a big audience, right? We had around 200 to 300 people through all of the positions. Not a big audience, right? We weren't doing fucking back in the day numbers like 20 through 2022, 23 numbers, but we still had a big audience. And that reminds me, gang, please drop a like and sub to the channel. If you're new here, please do all of that. Plus share the stream. Even if you're not new here, just share the stream. Help me grow the community. Let's grow this channel. And let's create a toxic-free community of like-minded traders. Airbnb regulations is crazy here. Yeah, it's wild. I heard it's only Montreal that they're like, you can't have an Airbnb in the winter because everybody wants to be there in the winter. And I'm like, why does everybody want to be there in the winter? Usually the Canadians, there's so many cars from Quebec in Florida. Like, you guys are the reason for our traffic. It's not even our drivers are so wild that they don't stick around for a possible accident to be created. They'll fucking create the accident situation, but they'll be out of it. You know what Florida drivers are like? Florida drivers are that guy that makes the U-turn in front of you as you're oncoming, as you're coming on straight ahead, right? Adam, it's the guy that makes the U-turn in front of you, and because of that, you have to swerve into the oncoming lane and crash, and this guy just leaves. That's the Florida drivers, the guy that makes the U-turn in front of you and leaves while you fucking swerve and crash and create a whole fucking explosion and a big ass accident scene, right? So people from Florida, we don't stick around because like we might be the reason for the accident, but they can't legally blame us, right? And you guys should drive better. And what happens is people just not on that level and a lot of kabooms, right? No, Habibi, not your type of kaboom. All right, slow down. A lot of slow down. Anyway, we have 4 minutes here till closure. Reggie in the building. You done made it home, bro. Reggie made it home safe and sound. There's some tall Cuban
I did. I
influence.
rushed.
Did you? You did rush, right?
Yep.
Breathing hard as hell right now. Like, yeah, I made it. Still wearing the fucking dirty sneakers right through the room. I'll be wiping that later. You really want to piss your girl off? You know what you got to do? You got to do a good thing for her while doing things she doesn't like, right? Like if she hates you wearing shoes around the house, well, I'm talking from personal experience. My girl hates it when I wear shoes around the house, right? But then she also loves it when I throw out the trash, right? So I'll go throw out the trash with my shoes on. I'll go in the kitchen with all, and she'll be like, "Oh, say what? I'll fucking drop this down the chimney like Santa, yo. Say this shit again. It's going right in the chimney." I'm gonna leave this shit under the Christmas tree right now. Mom, does Santa work as a garbage man? No, sweetie, why? Bougie, that's a tall glass of milk. Hey, you're having a conversation about the tall chick. You guys are wild. She's 6'6". Behemoth. Keep it in the circus. Remember Deuce Bigelow? That's a huge bitch. I can just breathe and my girl will be pissed. Bro. She's 6'7". I love climbing trees. Yo, you're stupid. All right, pushing up. 1530. Nah, not there yet. Above the most recent, we got some range here, honestly. Look, we closed right at this level. We just need a gladiator candle. This thing can close here. All right. We got a bottom wick on the hourly and on 30. That's great. We filled the range, right? We created resistance, broke this most recent resistance. We're going to close above. Great. We got range to go in terms of the wick fill. Great. The problem is we really don't want to break at the highs here. That's just a lot of range that's been eaten up. So I'd rather fill the wick, but in order for us to fill the wick here, we don't just need a bottom wick. We need to, come on, which room is there? 20 pips. We need to open up with a top wick, come back down, break the lows, and then we can re-break highs. I'm gonna need a bit of range to be created on the next candle. And I like the wicks to be created on the next candle because as you're filling that wick with momentum, you're gonna drive through the range. U-turns at an intersection? Who said anything about an intersection? I'm talking U-turn over a double yellow in the middle of I-95. All right, top wick. We really want to retest these areas down here. So, well, how much would that be on the break? This is going to eat up everything, isn't it? Yeah, there's some more weight involved there. I'm going to switch to Ninja before limit hit. Look. Thank you for showing up. Drop a like, sub to the channel. See you on the next one. Well, go. Do you want more? Cooking raw with the Brooklyn boss. Six, 7, 285? Bro, that's a Minnesota Vikings linebacker. 6'7", 285? What's her... Bro. How fast is her 40, bro? She keeps it under 6 seconds on a 40, bro. She can have a spot on an NFL team tonight. Bro. That's Medea. Or what's her name? Reggie, you got that? Nah, Reggie got like a third of that. You gonna need help. He got like a third.
No, that's too much for me. I can't do that. It got to be slim. I can't do that.
Yeah, It'd always be the skinny guys with him too. It'd be like the skinny. It'd be like, damn, dog. I am not. Nah, we're not gonna go there. You think the shit I say is fucked up? Imagine the shit I almost say. Same skinny guys be attempting full pickups. Yeah. Always the Jamaican guy with doing it. And they be picking them up in the club like nothing. You seen them? You seen the Jamaican party videos? Be a skinny dude like this and be like his legs, his twig legs about to fucking looking like Kevin Durant. About to just snap on him. And this dude like taking a fucking dive with her on his hands. Like from the speakers onto the floor. She landed, I'm like, damn. There's gonna be a funeral right now. You're gonna die happy, but you're gonna die. Not one of those Jamaicans. Oh man. I see how they start hunting them once they see die. Yeah. Doing a frog splash off the roof? Is that what it's called? The frog splash? Damn. How come I didn't know this lingo? When I start picking people up, that's what I'm be asking. What's up, shawty? We're going on a date. What we gonna do? Frog splash off the roof? That's what the damn KD just caught straight. Shout out KD, man. We going hard this year. Yeah, well, that boy got twig legs. He got them twiggies. Once they see them. I got that. You's a wild. I can't. I'm gonna need a stretch. I gotta. Before. Be like, hold on, baby. I gotta practice this with no people by myself first before I do that shit with you. I practice.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
Yeah, I gotta practice that shit.
Outside me there. No for no inside. Outside me there.
Candle's creating a range. Candle's being a little bitch, honestly. Like, what the fuck? Or be supporting. Hola, buenas noches. Yes. Buenos tardes. Amigo. Hey. Do people talk like that? I don't think that's what the Spanish say. I don't think they say buenas noches, amigo. Why don't I speak Spanish? I haven't caught on to all of the lingo after. It's, you know what it is? It's the reggaeton songs. That's the problem. It's nothing but fucking slang, and I can't learn Spanish through slang. Why did you just call us retards? I said buenas tardes, or is it buenas tardes? I don't know, bro. Buenos dias. Do people say that? I don't think they say. Isn't there like I don't think, like, what's the normal way of saying what's up, man? Like, what's the deal? What's going on tonight? Like, you don't say buenos noches. That's something your grandma says to you right before you go to sleep or something. But you have good Spanish pronunciation. Honestly, I got good pronunciation in every language. I can do the accents. You know, I can't really speak it. I can understand, like, yo, when Spanish people speak to me, like, I can pretty much understand when they say they want to fuck, right? But I don't understand anything else. Like, I can't. But I can't understand, like, I can't speak it. ¿Qué pasa, loco? Órale, Holmes. ¿Qué pasa? I'd be good at hanging out with the Mexicans and drinking 40s, though. I'd be good at that. Hello, you're away. The fuck is that? It's common courtesy to say buenas noches or buenos dias, at least in Mexico it is. Yeah, I know. The Mexicans do that shit, but I said, like, real Spanish people. Like, if you're in Spain, right? That's not what it is. Where's Jay? Jay knows the answer to this. Earth to Jay. This thing on.
What's up? I'm here.
Is it common to say buenas noches in Spain, or is that too formal and nobody talks like that?
Buenas noches means good evening. And
Yeah,
that's
but
just
do
the way
people, there's no, like, cooler way of
can
saying,
say-
like,
Yeah, if you just make it really informal, you just say buenas. People are like, all right, buenas, and that's it.
oh, your language is boring, yo. No wonder the reggaeton people always have to fucking slang everything up. Everything else is boring.
It's not like there's like what's up or anything
But,
like that. But yeah, hola, buenas. That's just what people will usually say. Buenas noches is much more formal. Depends on which part you are. I was in the Andalusia area, now I'm in Valencia area, and they'll speak differently, obviously, because it's a different type of.
well, I
Spanish.
gotta say the country name or the city name with, like, the accent.
You like it when I say the city name with the accent?
Oh, I know. Why you gotta do it with the accent though? Like, isn't there, like, we're talking English and all of a sudden you hit me with like Lucia.
I mean, I gotta pronounce it in the way that it is, man. That's just. It's the
I don't be
beauty of
like,
it.
hey
But
man,
technically,
I'm from Ukraine.
I mean, Andalusia is the actual the correct pronunciation. Andalusia, and Valencia, because they speak a different thing. So they speak.
Yeah, it's got a little zest to it. That's what I'm saying,
Castellano.
Nate. It's got a little. Oh.
Yeah. They speak
Yeah.
more Castellano in Valencia.
Very flamboyant.
Than they would in Andalusia. They speak with that little
The lisp. The lisp.
Yep.
I'd be like, yo, you
It
got a
is,
lisp
it's-
too? Me too. I've been having
Yeah.
it since I was born, bro.
It's really difficult to speak to that, bro. It's
How the fuck you got a
barely
lisp too?
understand what they're saying in Andalusia. Oh, and it's the older people.
Mike Tyson
We'll
would have
speak
no
and we'll
problem with
say-
that shit. He'd be like, tell me the name, bro. I could fucking say all of this shit. You tell
Yeah,
me the
pretty
name, I
much,
say
and you're
all
like,
this shit right now, bro. I'm my goddamn Tyson.
It's like the Pwitty cat.
Say all
In
this.
those cartoons, spitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Tuck a things,
Yeah,
tuck a tash.
it's
Speak with the Andalus accent in Andalusia. Andalusia.
yeah. They'll be like, gracias, cariño, and you'll be like, Jesus.
Like, what? What movie are you an evil character from?
No, Spanish is a very, very, very beautiful language. Like French is, like Italian is. All the romantic languages come from the Latin. They're all very similar. So
Nothing beats the
each has
French.
their own. Yeah, each has their own.
The French can make
tone and
anything
variation.
sexy. They can make, like, murder sexy.
Yeah,
I killed them and then I smoked a cigarette.
I mean, I'm sure people got off with that in other countries with that accent. if they were British, for example.
I smoked a cigarette and then I put it out on his. Be like, yeah, that sounds cool actually. Fuck, I want to do that. Yo, my boy, can we get a trade here tonight? 20 minutes for the hourly closure. I want to see if we can respect resistance. So what do we just do? Right? We have the most recent level on the hourly. We have the next range up here. We've come up here. We've tapped the next range while staying close below here, right? So once the hourly closes, if we close below here, right? We respect this area. 30 has faked out. The hourly's closed, respecting resistance. The 15 will fake out at that point. And I think we could head down here to the rest of the range. Maybe for the 4-hour flip. Unless it just heads down right now, at which point it can be a little tough. I personally want a bullish closure here on the hourly because that way we can look for some bottom wick entries. But man, what a great morning it was, right? I didn't start out like that. I didn't range the whole morning. We were there for like good 3 hours just doing nothing, right? Just fucking watching flies fuck, basically. We did nothing. Where's Puffy? Have you guys watched the Diddy documentary by 50 on Netflix? Anybody watch that yet? It was awesome. It was all patience.
Yeah, to watch list.
I just started like the first 10 minutes and I had to stop because I forgot I had to stream. But yo, I'm gonna be watching that. I just can't watch it with my kids because it's scarier than any scary movie that we be watching.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, bro.
Yeah. Yo, I heard like not even whatever, it doesn't matter what I heard, but like that's crazy how he got like private footage of him, like, right? Going throughout that. He paid for it. I know he did an interview on like Good Morning America yesterday, and I didn't see that either because he spoke about like how he got everything, all the material and everything, right? All the footage.
Yeah. But he doesn't say who it is. He doesn't say how he got it. He just says he got it. That's the only important thing. But obviously he's the highest bidder. When it happens is if the videographer that is doing that privately with Diddy because he wants to do a stream or whatever the hell it is, happens to have a certain amount of hours and Diddy doesn't want to pay for it, then the contract is breached. So therefore that guy can then sell his footage to whoever the hell he wants. And that's what ended up happening. Apparently Diddy didn't
want to pay.
Correct.
Dumbass.
And he's like, nah, you're billing me too high, too many hours or some shit like that. It's like, all right, then you're breaching the contract. And then he can sell it to somebody else. So then it's no longer his intellectual property. It's the one of the video.
It wasn't even like that. He probably raised the price. 50 called him. He was like, yo, tell him this price. You don't want to pay it? I got you.
Yeah. And obviously Diddy was messing around, not doing his shit right. And then Fiddy, who's had a beef with him for a long time, since Diddy tried to buy him some shopping like he was a girl or something like that. So he's like, I'm gonna buy that shit and put it in that video. You're gonna be seeing that documentary and everything.
Crazy. He was recording. Wait, but hold on. What happened? Didn't he get off on all the big charges and all he has to do is like one little charge and it's basically like house arrest or something?
No, he's in jail for 4 years, 50 months.
Oh, they didn't let him walk free. They sentenced him to actual jail time.
He was convicted. Yeah,
and he did about a year, right? So he's got like 3 years.
I don't know, huh? No, I don't think the house arrest was part of it. I think the actual jail time itself is 50 months. I'm not sure, but what ends up happening is he's actually going to be spending the time in jail, and maybe he might serve a portion of it. But it was for trafficking, prostitution across state lines. I think.
50's a sucker for that. Jane Doe was his baby mama. Wait. Yeah, but that's known information. That's from back in the day, right? Like that's a big reason for the beef, wasn't it? Didn't like Diddy fuck his baby mama?
No, he didn't care, bro. Diddy didn't care about that. So I mean, 50 didn't care about that. All he cared because he was taking his second slurps, basically. Whatever 50 got through, Diddy took after. So he didn't give a shit. The issue where it came down to was because they were friends before, right? But when Diddy talked to 50 and said, "All right, listen, why don't we kick it? Why don't I take you out and we go shopping and I buy you some stuff?" He's like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Bro, that was very gay. And he's like, no. He had heard some stuff here and there that was a little bit fruity. That was the first time that he's actually like, nah, I got to get away from this guy. And that's when it started. And that's when he started realizing how fruity he was, even though he had never gone to any of his parties or anything like that. And then he didn't like that because he made him feel really uncomfortable. And then from that point on, there was just the beef between them. And that's what it was. So that's what happened. But yeah, his sloppy seconds, he didn't care about that. So
Conversation making me uncomfortable. I had to step out.
bro, if I have a man telling me I'm gonna take you out and we're gonna go shopping, there's a problem, right? I'm not your girl. So yeah, no, that's not happening. Yeah.
I buy my own stuff. I'm an independent man.
I mean, it's just that.
What my independent fellas at? Stand up.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just the funniest thing, bro. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, you don't even say let's go shopping. You say, yo, let's go kick it. I gotta buy a few things, and then we just kick it, and then we go there, and that's it. But you don't tell another man you're gonna buy him some stuff unless he's your brother, your dad, or something like that. You definitely don't do that to a friend. Yo, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna buy you some stuff. And then you're gonna be my baby. Nah, man, bro, what the hell? You just don't do that. That's not what happens between men, unless you're gay. Nothing wrong with that. Just he's not. So.
How do you know that's what happens between men that are gay?
Because I am not. So I can only assume the opposite is true. Man.
Something questionable.
I mean, seriously, like if Nate or Turpy tells me that, I'd be like, yo, we got a problem, boy. We got a problem. I'm gonna
need you to see a counselor.
Yeah, and then we get back to the house and there's just baby oil everywhere.
Wix, can you ask your friend if that was the case? Why was Diddy on it? Yeah, Money remix when the comment was made years before at Chris Lighty wedding. He sees your comments. He reads the comments. You ask your friend.
Yeah.
That's Jay. You could be like, you could add him, and he'll see your comment while you're waiting for that 1 hour canvas. Can you go over your last trade you took by chance? By any chance? Yo, what do you mean disconnected? Connected. All right, sorry. Tell your sidekick in talking, I want to take him out and buy him some. Bro, what? What's wrong with you people? You don't want to shop with me? And he puts out a picture of a blue dress. No, bro. Does he look like Monica? Yeah, it was around that time. Money plus he wrote that whole verse for Diddy on his own song. Him being on a remix doesn't mean they're friends. Yeah, when did we take the trade? What time was it? Oh. Right here, this was the trade. This was the trade right here. We took a sell. And the reason we took it here, if you look at the 15, right? The 15, before the 30 closed, we were waiting on the 30 closure, and the 15 did all of this. You see how it made that wick? And when the new 15 opened, I said, I'm not really going to expect a top wick on this candle. We don't really need one because we're going to if you go to the stream, you'll hear me saying we're going to base this off the hourly, closing back in range on the 30, right? Faking out, also closing back in range and having bottom wicks. And we went current candle stops off the hourly 30. It went straight through. We went break even pretty fast. And then it just came down. Our full TP was really the bottom of the range. It was 35 pips full TP. So it was just to here. It smacked fully and just continued. That was the last trade of the day right there. This printed. If you look what candle this was, this 15, we got in here at 12:15, 12:20 that trade, and we were out by the next candle by 12:30. We're almost at that same level now. We're actually right here. That's where we decided to wait on the 30 closure, which we're going to do here now. We're going to wait on this 1 hour. And we're going to look for a top wick sell most likely. You in the Zoom? W. He was gonna sign with too. I think it's a bunch of stuff why 50 don't like him. He trying to finagle him. Yeah. Oh, Ashtenberg. The new name for here. We got 6 minutes here, so let's just wait. Let's be patient. We gotta wait 6 more minutes. Could have joined this community earlier, such a vibe. Yeah, it's a dope vibe. Very dope vibe. And it's just, you know, it's just quality. We really have intellectually honest conversations. We don't really over preach too much of anything. Just be yourself and be a productive member, and you're gonna go a long way. As long as you participate, ask questions, and really show up, and you know, not be distracted by other things around you, but prioritize this as you're here. Right? Some people show up but are like playing games, video games, Candy Crush, or right, while their account is playing fucking Candle Crush, you're playing Candy Crush. So let's just let's wait for this to close. Let's wait for this to print. 3 minutes here. We're gonna get an hourly closure, and we'll reassess. Real, genuinely serious question. You reckon I should just try lock in on the chart the whole time? I'm always playing chess or doom scrolling while trading. Nah, continue what you're doing. Hey, Wix, FOMC going tomorrow. Any insight? Please describe your discussion with Mr. Powell. Yeah, no insight. Yeah, no insider trading. No more FOMO. Yo, Diddy. No more homo. Yo, facts. So. But for you guys, no more FOMO. Let FOMC play out and then hop on to the volume afterwards, right? Because you're going to have a better sense of direction and you're going to have volume.
Speaking of which, are you going to stream it tomorrow?
I want to. I really want to. Yeah, I want to run like a 1:30 till 3 p.m. 1:30 till like 3:30. That would be great.
Okay.
I will see how New York goes. Shit, maybe we stream fucking 8:30 till 3:30. Maybe we run a long stream. I got to see how tomorrow goes. I'd really like to hit the gym though, because I didn't go today.
I will play by ear.
But I would like to be on here for FOMC. Watch when Diddy gets out, he will put out a hit record. Yeah, if he does that, watch 50 clap back. 50's putting out fucking platinum. Hey, close that door, please, if you can. Thank you, beautiful. Leg day 3 times a week, you're shot. Is FOMC more worth trading just New York? Because can't do both due to time zone. It's still New York session. It's just late in the session, and there's always that power hour that comes in from like 1:30 till 3. Hour and a half. Hour 90. Right, when all of New York is back from lunch and trying to get their books in order before a day's closure. Man killed his own friend when all of them supposed to be eating together. Yeah, and then he put out a fucking hit record. Every single day, every night I pray I'll be missing you. Remember that shit? That's not really how it went, but what was that? That's from Sting. The song wouldn't feel the same. It don't feel the same now. I can't listen to none of that. I can't listen to no Diddy song. Like, I really can't. I'll bump the fuck out of an R. Kelly song though. Robert Kelly needs to be in jail. And then made him pay for his own funeral. Yeah, that's crazy that, yeah, he paid for the funeral. He didn't make him pay. He paid for the funeral with Biggie's money. Yeah. Popping fresh out the kitchen. I'm rolling that body. Got every man in here wishing. All right, so we're not back in range. We held at 30. I don't know. Did we close above or below? Are you drawing your level off the 30 or the 15, right? You go on the 15. We closed below. You go by the hourly. $15 closed below. We go by the 30. We closed above. We go by the hourly. We closed above. Seller replay coming down. All right. Could have an hourly seller replay to come up. Let's see. Pips very small. I would have liked a stronger, because if we got a stronger bearish candle, right, if this was something like this, where it's clearly back in range on every time frame, I'm looking for a top wick sell off this area. Stops above here, continue down. But that is a very arbitrary closure. I don't know if we closed above or below here. So I'm gonna, might have to force myself to stay out of this for a minute. Really depends how this goes here. Because I think this might have been a fluke here. Four-hour broke the previous 4-hour high here. Life insurance on your artist makes you rich. Hey gang, if you haven't done so yet, hey, please drop a like and sub to the channel. Please, and please, 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 please share this stream with everyone you know. Just share the stream. Need your help. I need your help to grow this community. I can't do it without you, gang. What are those lines marking? Where price makes a decision. Up or down, price tends to make a decision. That's volume areas. The influx of volume at these levels. Tenth of December? No, it's December 9th for us. So yeah, this might be the 10th of December Asian session for if you're in Asia, but I live in South Florida, right? In the US on the East Coast, and for us it's still December 9th. It's just our Asian session, our evening session. I'm just going by where I live, right? I was thinking that too. Almost 300 leeches watching on something like I respect them quickly. And why leeches? Not people are, you know, people aren't leeches. People aren't stupid. They're just lazy. It's the same reason that people ask me questions instead of Googling, right? It's not that they can't get the information elsewhere. They're just too lazy to Google. And it's not like basic questions, right? Standard questions. Like sometimes it's like trading questions. It's great. Like I love explaining stuff. But if it's, you know, some stuff is just common knowledge or easy to get knowledge. And it's just because people are lazy. I remember Uncle Ted always used to say, people are stupid. I'd be like, I don't think they're stupid. I just think they're lazy. Like, and it happens in every aspect, right? It happens in every aspect of life. So they're not stupid. Some people are lazy. Some people genuinely forget. They show up, they're new here, and they just don't think about dropping a like or subbing to the channel. Or a lot of people really want something in return. They want a W for me to grab a like, right? This isn't like an entertainment stream or like, you know, or people do it or like Kaisenot or speed like where you're just dropping a like because of entertainment. Right? There is entertainment here, but really I'm judged on my performance, right? So a lot of people really drop likes once we get the dubs. But if you're a real one and you want this channel to grow and you've seen what we've been able to do over the last half a decade, I mean, then you guys should be dropping likes for sure and subbing to the channel. You should definitely be sub, but please share the stream so new people can sub here. We're almost at 28K. Thank you, Asian Session. You guys are really the ones that got me here. New York, not perform like you guys. So I really appreciate it. I think we're like 10 away from 28K, 20 away. Okay. It'd be amazing if we could get there tonight's stream. Oh no, I'm lying. We're like 50. Oh man, yesterday we got like 80 subs on stream, so maybe you guys can do your magic again. Yeah, for sure. I get it. Mainly watch my background too. I appreciate the real look at trading though. I think I struggle to learn the dead space aspect of trading. It's just a lot of noise here. You know, you're not obligated to the position just because you're here, just because the market's always open. You owe it to yourself to wait for your position and then place a trade regardless of when it shows up, right? So you're not really getting paid for your time here. You get paid to wait, but you're not getting paid per hour. And the only way to do that is, you know, stay patient. And the only way to really win and get to where you want to be, right, which is financial freedom and as far away from poverty as possible. Like, your goal here is to increase the distance between you and poverty. Make it so far in the rear view mirror that you can't even see it, right? You can't comprehend it. Like, some wild shit would have to happen for you to lose it all. Like, you would really have to go off the rails for a long amount of time to really lose what you've built, right? That's where you want to get to, where it's almost impossible to lose. Give it all back. That's when the pressure's off of you. That's when you don't spend your days or like 10 hours a day thinking about money. And that's when you, like, when we talk about time freedom that this brings, you're not doing this so you can have money and time to, you know, to do other things. No, that when people say, oh, I want to, you know, I'm not doing this for, I'm doing it for the freedom, you're missing the point. The freedom is in here. You're doing it for the freedom of thought. Right now, when you don't have money, you spend every waking hour thinking about either work or how to make money or how to get a raise. Imagine, like, right, you get out of work and you're like, thank God I don't have to worry about that job, right? But then all evening you're like, fuck, I got to go to work tomorrow. Then tomorrow you got to buy stuff, right? You're like, shit, how am I going to make money to buy this? Or I want to go on vacation. Now I need money for that. And now I need money for the car. I got money for gas. I got money. I need money to go pay for the gas. And now you start, like, your entire day is consumed with thinking about money. But imagine if you're doing that 10 hours a day and you could have spent 2 hours fucking planning a vacation, 2 hours just, you know, worrying about improving yourself, right? 2 hours helping somebody out, you know, and doing, and all that time where you're consumed with one thing, money, frees so many things up that you can go out and do other things, right? Or worry about other things and really grow as a human being, because now you have other thoughts and you're opening up that box thing, getting outside of it. Right now you're in the make money box. You're stuck in this box. But once it's full and you made all that money, you're out of the box. You're like, wow, there's so much to really explore when I free up half my day, right? I used to be consumed thinking about money 10 hours a day, then 6 hours a day, then 5 hours. And then now it's like all those hours are consumed with improving myself or growing in other directions or getting better. That's the time freedom you want. You want to free up all the time that you're spending thinking about money to do other things, many other things, instead of one thing every day, all the time. Right? When you free that out, when you're not worried about money, because, like, you have time to think clearly. You have time to analyze, look for opportunity. You have time to really work on yourself, improve, solitude, read books, go do things, work out, work on your health, you know, get a run in, instead of being depressed about where the hell you're going to make money tomorrow or today. So the goal is to really free your time of thinking about money. Why your XAU price is higher than the other brokers? This is not XAU. This is exactly what it is on other brokers that have futures contracts, right? This is a gold futures contract, the current contract. And the good thing about this, it doesn't differ from broker to broker like XAU USD does. This is a centralized price that comes directly from the exchange to every broker. Every broker gets this one feed from COMEX, and it's a centralized price. So if you're on a futures contract, everyone got the same numbers, no matter the broker. If you're on a spot gold, right, Forex broker, then every broker has different prices. Remember I said this wick would get filled. Just not a lot of range, 30 pips to go there. There's a resistance here on the 30. There's a lot of chop in here that I just don't want to deal with. Really ugly price action. Still on that journey. I've barely gotten a few payouts enough to know it's possible for me. If I grind, like, you got one payout is enough. Not enough for you to be rich or free up your time. One payout is enough for you to have enough confidence, right? One payout is enough for you to keep doing what you're doing and getting more payouts, because you have, I tell this to everybody that passes the funded. So you guys certainly say this. You have proof of concept, right? You have proof that you can do it the way you've done it. Now just continue doing what you've done. You figured it out. You've done it. Now just repeat, rinse and repeat, and structure it, make it the same every day, right? The first payout lights the fuse. Look at Bougie, it's just payout after payout after payout, because once you get it, it's the key is just to keep emulating what you've done. People just have a hard time keeping themselves accountable for long periods of time, for months and months and years at a time. But that's where the sauce is, right? That's just in accountability. That's where the game is truly played. That's where it's won, right? In between the hash marks. What Forex broker you recommend? I do not recommend a Forex broker. I recommend a futures broker, and I am with AMP Futures. I'm not an affiliate. I'll make nothing for you signing up with them. That's just who I use, and they've been great. Yeah, I've had 2 separate months where I didn't have to work, and that's where all my payouts come. Just get caught in the life cycle. Yeah, life comes at you quick, right? We all go through that. Tiny range. What else? Got to post my P&L in the clubhouse for November. Only had 3 red days. Post them in payouts and profits and all that. All your certificates and payouts. Post them in there. Yeah, I mean, I do a little marketing right here and there. So this helps. You get payouts. You're from this community. It helps. I can post and be like, look at the people in this community. Join us. But the thing is, I would feel good about saying that because I would be leading them in the right direction. Right? There's like, if I was lying about it, I'd feel some type of way, like, man, I'm misleading them, lying to them. No, I stand 100% behind what I recommend and what we do. With all the brokers out there, why AMP? So I was initially looking for a broker that had MT5, right? As I was switching from Forex to futures, my bot that sends out signals, right? Whenever I take a trade, it's meant for MT5. So whenever I take a trade on MT5, it just copies that into the signal channel. So I was looking for a broker that provided MT5 so I could just keep the same bot for my signal channel to send out alerts whenever I'm doing something on my live account. And that was the reason I went to AMP, because they had MT5 futures. But yeah, the live account is with AMP, and but you could, like, they have a lot of platforms, right? They have a lot of them, but I prefer TradingView. I prefer this Project X, but my bot wouldn't work for me. started with funded account late last week, passed first eval yesterday, just crashed today. I know it's in my head, but damn. Well, forget the evals and go get an instant funded account with Top 1 Futures. Instant funded. You don't need to sit there passing challenges. Just skip the challenge and start trading real money or make money right away. Have an opportunity to actually withdraw from the trades you take instead of passing a challenge. It's technically the same thing as a challenge, except at the end of it, you get paid instead of just getting a live account. But AMP is regulated. They're located in the exchange building, right on the Chicago exchange. And I know my money wouldn't disappear. They're regulated by, let's see if the SEC, the FTC, I think. That's what it's called. FINRA. Yeah, firms regulated in the U.S. really have the biggest scrutiny. So it's the strongest regulations out there. Coming back down. Or are we? We're creating a bottom wick for the 15 to come up. Not a lot of confluence here. No confluence in general in between the time frames, right? Streaming at 4:15. Not sure if you mentioned it. I said we'll play it by ear. Depends how New York session goes and what I have to do later in the day. But I would really like to, just like we did the last few months, to keep up with tradition and continue streaming FOMC at about at 2 p.m. It's very choppy here. No real confluence on anything. So show up tomorrow morning for New York session, right? Like we had a really profitable one today. Just had to exhibit a lot of patience. But tomorrow morning, I think before the session ends, we'll decide on FOMC and that fun stuff. Got stuff to do. I'm gonna try to get back by 2 p.m. if you on streaming. Yeah. Do a trade? Yeah, we do trade. Yo, chat. Who uses a good forex broker here in the US? Still knowing. What's your strategy? Price action. Built in-house, right? Here we go. 30, we're breaking the low. 1 hour, we're breaking the low. Was this a fake out or did we hold support? No. See, maybe we get the 15 closing below the 15 range here, and then we can say, all right, 15 just closed below the 30 fake is breaking the previous 30 low. The 1 hour is faking out, right? Back into range. Then we can say, all right, make some sells. But until then, right, we're still bumping into this 15 support. No top wick on this current 15. You'd expect, you don't really expect one to be made. The 30's already made one, but you would like a closure below and then a top wick as well. Don't want to sell here into a support without ever getting that closure back in range. The 1 hour's flip bearish. The 4 hours bullish. We're within a 4 hour chop, respecting the 4 hour resistance that we keep wicking off of here. So it's really horse shit range here. It's like the market looks like ass and feet. And when I say that, it really does look like ass and feet. Just BBLs and bunions all the way here. Go, you thought it was coming down. It broke that low, bumped back up. Maybe the 15 flips bullish. We'll see. Do you enter at the 15-minute? No, I enter on the time frame that makes it like today's. Remember, I just went over the trade that we took in the morning here, the 35 pips that you see over there, the last trade of the morning, and that was taken off the hourly, right? The 15 didn't have a top wick, but we said that the hourly's got one, the 30's got one. We're looking at the hourly break of the lows right here. This was the morning, right here. If you look at the 15, when we took the position, also, right there, you see it had no top wick. The trade was really based off the 30 breaking that previous low, faking out, and the hourly re-breaking its own low after making a bottom wick here to this area. And then it came up for a top wick, and then I enter based on a confluence of time frames, right? Multiple time frames aligning and telling the same story. If they have the same narrative, right? We build a narrative, right? And the candles are telling the same story on different time frames. We're going to take it. It's not as simple as go to the 15-minute, enter a position. No. Sometimes we don't use the 15-minute. Sometimes we use it for levels. Sometimes we use it for entries. Sometimes we don't use it at all. It just depends which time frames are aligning. But like, as I always say, a good rule of thumb is to make sure that all your time frames align and tell the same story or are headed in the same direction. You don't want just the 15 closing above. Meanwhile, the 30 has a chance to pull back. Right? Maybe the 15 and the 30 close above. Now you're starting to get multiple time frames. Maybe that leads into the 1 hour closing above, and now you got multiple time frames from the smaller to the higher, telling you you're coming up. Right? So then you're looking for buys. But right now, we see how we keep respecting this level, this resistance. This is the 30 is a doji candle at the moment. Right? The hourly is a doji candle at the moment. There's really no sense of direction. There's a lot of rejection here. So these areas with a lot of rejection, you don't want to trade them. You want the market to drive through them and clear them out. So when you do come back there, it's clean range and a drive and not just a range that you bounce up and down. So you want this here, right? You don't want this and a bounce back, right? You know, this, you don't want all of this here. Closure above, you don't want none of this. You want a clean drive out of here and then start creating structure. This is trash, right? Or shit. I have a different color for it. Here, manure. It's trash. This is trash. But as you clear this out and then come back into that range, it becomes tradable. Clean. Look at the candle cleared out all the orders, drove through it. Next time we drive through it on the way down, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to drive straight through it. But right now, remember, see this yellow line here? Decision-making time. Decision-making area. That's why you see this candle not sure up or down. It's not a lot of, no direction has been decided, right? The bulls and the bears are fighting here. Speaking of the bulls, reject the rejeculation. Let's reject the rejeculation. Yeah. We had peak viewers, I think, yesterday. For Asian 370. Yeah, right. We peaked yesterday at 370 viewers for concurrent. We're at 275 right now. Best intro song ever? Yeah, that was the best intro for a basketball team or any sport ever. I was a kid watching those intros when the song hit, it was different. Yeah. And now, remember when they'd get the arena go dark, you have the Bulls, you know, logos reflected all around the arena. It used to get crazy. Like whenever you watched that, you knew your team was going to lose. Like if you weren't rooting for the Bulls, like there was a 90% chance you were going to lose that night. Like peak Bulls, like 97, 98, right? Like if you were going to a game, 96, 97, 98, I think if you were going to watch the Bulls, and a lot of people were just going just because Mike was in town, right? Like if you were any fan of any team, you weren't going to see the game, watch the game for your team. You were going to see Mike. And you already pretty much knew your team was going to lose. And you just wanted to see some highlight reel shit from him before he retired. That's how the 90s were. Back in the 1900s, that's just what it was. But you're not wrong. That's exactly what it was like. I lived by Chicago and loved going to the games back then. Bro, I went to see him play versus the Knicks, versus the Nets, back when they were in Jersey, right? When they were at like the Meadowlands or something like that. And like people didn't come to root for their teams. People just showed up. In Madison Square Garden, they did, but like honestly, if you were just watching people, you were just, if you were talking to people, you really didn't care. You knew you were gonna lose that night, and you just wanted Michael to go off and do some crazy shit. Are you excited for the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, I really want to get tickets, but like, I just don't know when I'm going to be available, so it's hard for me to get tickets that far in advance. All right, 30 is about to close. This looks like it's below the range, right? We're below the 30. Let's get to the hourly. Below the hourly, but above the most recent. And the 15 is not closing below the most, right? Most recent support, right? You want the 15 to close below. I'd be a lot more comfortable if we close below 42.40. Right now, we're just printing side by side here on the 15, 5. Terrible. Black Airbender. Hey, yo, I just saw your account. I was just on your Instagram. Yeah, I was watching one of your interviews. No, you did some you were talking about energy. Do you hoop? I used to, yeah. Do you hoop? If so, when in Miami Holla got hike, man, I haven't played ball in a decade. High school, AAU ball, yeah. All right, there we go. The 30 just closed. It's 9:30 here. Range on the 30. 4 hours heavily. The hourly's got the bottom wick now. Chance to pull up. Will it? Still in that 4 hour range. Yeah, it doesn't look like much will be given to us now. Good thing I don't have to run at 9:30 today, like I have had to do for the last week. But I will have to go at around 10, maybe 10:15, depending on the kids. because they really like. We've been watching it. Welcome to Derry. Yesterday we saw episode 2. We've like watched every horror movie ever. I don't know. My kids are wild. My 6 and 8-year-olds, they love falling asleep to horror movies. And like I used to make jokes of it and tell you guys, yeah, we're just gonna go watch The Ring for bedtime, and you guys would laugh. But like, I used to say that so much that it's really turned into reality, and it's like that's the shit they asked me to watch before we go to bed. Like, remember back in the day when they were like 4 and 5 and like 6, and I'd be like, yeah. Now they're 6 and 8, and man, it's like, hey, can you turn on something scary? Then we got the show called Dark, right, on Netflix. It's on Netflix. I think it's Netflix or Max or Prime, one of those. And it's like it's older, like it's more serious, right? It's like Stranger Things, but for more serious. And like, that's scary shit. I'd be getting jump scared on some like scary movies, and I'd be like, did you get scared? And she'd be like, no. Like, got scared. She's like, Dad, you know it's just actors, right? There's other people in that room. There's other people, and they're just acting, and there's somebody holding the camera filming. I'm like, I used to tell you that. Can't wait for those days. I never knew these days would exist. I never knew these days were a possibility or existed or real. I didn't know love could exist on such a level. I'm blessed, right? I don't want to see my baby. Yeah, all of us as parents, we go through that feeling. But there's just something amazing to see the product of your hard work. Sorry, man. Give me a sec. We're stuck in no man's land, right? Like I said before, this is that area on the tennis court in between the baseline and the net, right? Outside the serving area, it's called no man's land. That's where we are right now, right? Right. If you picture a tennis court, right? This is a tennis court. And this is the net, right? And then you have, right, this, where you serve into the squares, right? But this right here, this is no man's land, right? You either want to play the ball after a bounce on the baseline, or you want to come into this area, play the volley or an overhead, right? But you don't want to play any volley or overhead in here, and you don't want to take anything off the bounce in here because it's going to be a really short hop, a short bounce. You're going to put yourself in a bad position. And you can't really play overheads here too far from the net. You might hit it wide or long. So what you really want to do, right, in this tennis court, what you really want to do is be behind the baseline, right, here. So you want to be above the range, behind the baseline or above the range, or you want to be at the net, which is at the support, right? You don't want to be somewhere in the middle here in no man's land. You're really taking on a difficult position, putting yourself in a bad situation, right? Product of your hard work, really? Word on the street says it was all done in 3 minutes, including foreplay. No, probably even less. Like, I didn't say conceiving was the hard part. I'd say the years of raising 3 kids through adolescence and childhood to teenagers, while, you know, with diapers, while changing the diapers and taking them to school and taking them to daycare and feeding them, getting peed and pooped on plenty of times, getting puked on plenty of times, right? And still looking at that little angel and thinking, man, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm so happy you puked on me, or right? Like, I'm so happy you just, you know, you let me be your dad. And yeah, I'm just glad they chose me to be their father, or like the universe chose me to be their father. And the hard work I put in, I don't mind. I want to put it, I do it because I want to do it, not because, like, you know, I just something like, thank God I can do this hard work for them, because I just want to. It makes me feel good. And yeah, the product of your hard work is when you go through all that raising process to eventually see a little grown human being, right, with principles and you know, morals and manners, right? Like I said, and have a head on their shoulders. But like I've said before, I'm not raising my kids to go to Harvard. I'm raising them to go to heaven, and that's really what I'm about. I want to, you know, I want them to go through life principled with dignity, and have a, you know, give themselves a solid opportunity just to do what they want to do. Okay, I'll spare you more 3 a.m. at night. Yeah. 3 at night. Spare you more bad jokes. Love and best luck tonight. Tomorrow, yes, for sure. Damn, that was a good explanation. I wish someone would have given me that early. Yeah. Tennis? Yeah. I've never asked, but your trade bar by bar style. I've heard of the book from someone. Break trades do not. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Book called Rake Trades, or by someone, Rake Trades wrote a book, probably written by ChatGPT. He was like, hey, write me a book on bar by bar trade. I'm not raising my kids to go to Harvard. I'm raising them to go to heaven. That hits hard. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's called bar by bar. I don't know. I've never heard of it, but we just learned to read candles, understand timing and levels, and put together a narrative, right? I don't really teach you a strategy. I teach you how to put together a narrative that's going to get you, you know, to figure out your edge. You're going to be able to see the opportunity, build your strategy, and build your edge. Just have the knowledge, right? And then it's up to you where you want to trade. You figure out how to trade, right? We can have the same knowledge, same experience. You can we'll figure out how to trade this part, that range, the resistance here, right? The support here, the drive up, the range here. If you figure out how to trade every part of the market, you've taken yourself out of the box of I just trade this style or that style. You take all the knowledge you have and use it to build a narrative and take your positions, and boom, you figure out how to trade the whole chart. And then it's up to you where you want to trade, here, 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 because you know how to trade every part of that chart. Right? You're able to read it like it's language, like it's a book. And then, hey, we might have the same exact experience and knowledge, but you decide to trade this part, I decide to trade this part. Meanwhile, we both know how to trade all of this. We understand how to read it. It's just personal preference now at that point, right? It's not at that point when you learn how to read the whole chart. At that point, it's not like, oh, this is a tradable position, this isn't a tradable. Everything is a position. Everything is tradable. Everything is a setup. Once you learn how to read the whole chart. Right, you don't sit there waiting for your setup. Yeah, you wait what you want to see in the market, but you're able to read everything and really take advantage of every part of the market. So don't put yourself in a box of like, I need this strategy. I'm looking all like you can do that too. You can do that too. Plenty of people have made a living, made a killing, waiting for one thing only, right? Well, we could take that one thing and use it, but then we can have that other thing that another guy uses only that one thing, and we could use that too. Now we've learned how to attack and step back in multiple parts of the chart, and then eventually you just figure out the entire chart. Where spin truth tonight. I see you have a mentorship. What's it entail? You got me intrigued. It's my mentorship is not open right now, and it will be at some point. I was supposed to open it up back in November, and I haven't. Just health wise, I had a really tough year. People that were here for a while, they know. And right now, it's a little tough for me to dedicate a lot of time to a mentorship because I just have some family things going on. I got family issues going on, and someday we'll talk about it. Someday we'll discuss it, but right now is not the time. And I just can't honestly, you know, you open up a mentorship where I want to give you as much knowledge as possible. But if I'm not at 100%, how can I give you 100% of me if me myself is not at 100%, right? So I would be doing you a disservice. But eventually I will open it up, and I want to have the people that used to be in there. I want to have them back in there as well. And it's just, you know, I want to really build a tight knit community. But it's I need to, things need to settle down and kind of come to homeostasis, I guess. I'm glad you're still here and kicking, man. It should just get better for you. I'll be here more often. Yeah, just keep showing up. If you want to be in the private channel or private sessions, you can join the Signal channel, even if you don't need signals. It's just a private community, private chats, Zoom channel, and you get Zoom access, no delays, but you also get the Sunday private session where it's just a, you know, it's an open mic session, right? Everybody can just talk, and it's, you know, it's more intimate than this. You're gonna really appreciate for that. You're obviously not just in it for the money. I mean, there's like, at some point, like when, like some point, it's not when is it enough. It's just, it's like, it's, I don't have enough money, right, for everything I want to do. But it's not the be all end all. First of all, I love what I do. I love to teach because I love when people give value and credence to what I'm saying, right? I love being valuable, right? And I'm very good at teaching and getting points across and getting through to people, right? I'm a good orator. I'm a good speaker, and you know, I can carry. I don't need a conversation. I'd love to have conversations and back and forth and bounce ideas, but it's not something that I need. I can really carry, right? I can carry, you know, carry a monologue, carry a conversation. I can carry the vibe. So I love doing it. I'm good at it, and I enjoy helping people, man. I say this all the time. You're not going to see a U-Haul behind a hearse, right? Because you can't take shit with you. When you're gone, you're gone. All that's left is the lives you've impacted and changed, right? Not going to be able to take, you know, my cars, my house. I'm not going to be able to take it anywhere. But man, if I leave an impact and my name carries on for some time afterwards, and if I can leave an imprint, been having family issues too. My dad had surgery. My son had surgery. We're having surgery on his broken, and I'm praying for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, like health issues, like this is the worst struggle. There's nothing matters when it comes to health, and I'm going through it right now with family. Just join the Discord, check out the WAP. Yeah, the WAP is where you get signals, and that just gives you access to more channels, private channels, Clubhouse, all that. That means more than anything, absolutely. Yeah, like, let's not get too deep. We're still here to trade. There's just nothing great. I don't like these resistances, right? The daily's bullish. 4 hour broke the previous 4 hour high. I'm a bit skeptical about taking any sells here, but the next 4 hours is going to need a bottom wick here if it's going to drive. And this is a 4 hour level. Wait. Last 15 of this hourly. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I was looking to see if we get a Solomon in here, but this wick is that rejection. And on the higher time frame, we've tapped the support that you see how we came down here. This is what we might mirror. See, with the same way we come down is the same way we come up. Boom, level, boom, finish up. Right now we came up here, boom, level, came back down to this area, and now finish up. This is the last part of that move, which it's doing right now. Technically, it could do it at a fast pace. It could still come back down, tap this area, and come up. So I'll be waiting here a little bit. That initial reaction that we would usually look for, it already happened. It happened off the 30 level, right? Not off the 15. 30 level up here. Maybe the 15 shoulder there, right there. But that's the reaction that you want initially, and it just didn't get to where I would be thinking about it. 8.4, it got to 47.8, so about 6 pips away. Still got to go hit the gym. Oh, it's late for me. I'm after this. We close around here. I'd want to buy. I mean, I'm fine. Yeah. The 4-hour closure, strong 4-hour bullish closure, right? That's not on. Yeah. Get rid of all these levels. Remark this up. It's getting a little twisted. Go based on the more recent levels. The 80 pip range. This isn't massive. Nothing big here. Hey. Oh, we got 300 in here. W. Feel like Leonidas. Maybe 2 quiet nights in a row here, right? But we've had a very eventful New York session. Tomorrow should be a very eventful New York session, right? We're definitely hosting the AM part of the New York session. And I'm looking to be back here for FOMC at around 2 p.m. as well. So that would be very, very lovely. I think we're going to have a very eventful New York session tomorrow. And after a very eventful 3-trade New York session today, I'm not too upset that it's choppy here. I mean, we got some good quality conversation and some explanations, good questions. Like you guys definitely show a lot more. You're more proactive in terms of asking questions, trying to learn here. Maybe it's because you guys are relaxed and you're off work, or I don't know, more people here. But New York session, I feel like everyone's just sluggish or just getting up and barely out of bed, or still in bed and got the headphones in, just eyes closed, waiting for me to say, I'm gonna look for a position here, I'm gonna have a limit here, or I'm gonna buy here, sell here, right? But in the Asian session, I just feel like you guys are more locked in. Maybe it's the fact it's the evening for a lot of you. Maybe it's just that, I don't know, different crowd. I don't think it's a different crowd. But I'm glad to see you guys here. Please drop a like and please sub to the channel. And please, please, please share this stream. Help me grow this community. Help me grow this channel. And like I said, I'm gonna keep showing up. We gave out 3 stimulus checks today, this morning, right? They're in the mail. Stimmies are on their way to you. Oh, see if we can give out some more money. The blue collar crowd now. Oh, I'll be here in the mornings now. Definitely gonna lock in your streams and see how it goes. Morning was lovely. I'll be at work during New York. Glad you're here now. Glad you're locking in at some point. Especially for us that live on the West Coast, 5 a.m. it's different than 5 p.m. Yeah, LA is just like, or anywhere on the West Coast, the worst trading time zone. The worst. Right? We start in New York, it's 5 a.m. Like London's like I mean, I'm sorry, Asian's midday for you. You're like middle of the day doing stuff, right? So it's not like you're already back home for the evening. In San Diego, you guys have the perfect climate in San Diego. America's best climate. Like and sub, thank you. Are we getting any entry? It's gonna depend on the market, Vicky. I don't force things, right? Nobody's gonna force any hands here. Like, it really depends if what I prefer shows up or if it doesn't and it has not. Half asleep during New York open, it's 3:30. Yeah, I feel you. That's what it is, bro. Hawaii, man. Market shop, he gives that. How much to join? It's free. The streams will forever be free 99. All right, free. But if you want to join the private channel, the Signal channel, the private chats in the Discord, and the Clubhouse chats, if you want to be on the Zooms during streams with no delay, if you want to be part of the private Asian session on Sundays and be on the Zooms there, and have a chance to win giveaways every single Sunday session. Right, because it's a lot better odds than during here. 300 or 30, right? The big difference, 10 times less people. So if you want that, then yeah, join up. When you're in San Diego, let me know. We got the best weed. That you do. I know that. Yeah. I've not been there in 30 years. I sneak the ear pods in during New York. I'm locked in all day. 97, but seems worth it. Yeah, it's $97 and it's going to be going up. It should have went up last year. It didn't. I left it alone, but it's going to be going up. It's going to be going up probably double. Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to keep at $100 because, like, that's commissions from one trade. That's probably less than 20% of what you make off one trade, of your first trade in the channel. So it's like, too cheap. Not that I don't want to make it too hard for you to get, but I also, don't want to give it away for free, right? I want to build a community of people that are willing to invest in themselves, right? I don't know. Make it a little more exclusive, make it a little more intimate, and the signals have just been firing on all cylinders. So, the value speaks for itself. I trade XAU USD, same as your gold futures. If you sell, I sell almost the same. A lot of people do that. Yeah, just different. The numbers are different because the prices are different numbers, but the charts look very similar. Most charge double for sure. Yes, this is a general channel. Thank you. It just helped me grow it so we can become bigger and you guys grow with me. So you could be the OGs of the channel. What about us who are already in? What do you mean? And you have access to all of that. If you got into the Signal channel, right? If you went to my wallet, bought the signals, you have access to all of that. It's not like you get access to some parts. No, you either get everything or you get nothing, or you get just a live stream. It's less than a trade, way less than a trade. As I said, this drops just under 300. What? For renew? I'm not sure what you mean. Exactly 300. I love the name. They will shenan again. You chase strictly gold? Yes. Jack of all trades or king of one, right? I'd rather be a king of one. Signal channel free? No, streams are free. Streams will forever be free, free 99, but the Signal channel is not, and prices will be going up. Not just the Signal channel, it's a whole community and a lot of just, trading and private sessions and giveaways and chats that's part of that. So it's not just, oh, get my Telegram signal and forget about it. And let me edit it after the fact just in case it loses. No, this isn't fucking Mamba effects, bro. I think it means if they aren't the grandfathered in the price. I think as long as you keep your, I think as long as you keep your subscription active, I got to figure that out how they do that. As long as you keep your subscription active, then you get to, then you get to be grandfathered in. But once your subscription expires and you don't renew it, I don't think you'll be grandfathered in. That's how it should be. How many sessions you trade on paid version? What do you mean? You get a Sunday private agent session every Sunday for market open. I think we've taken dubs the last 3-4 Sundays, and I give away 50K top 1 futures accounts there every single time. Yesterday we gave away 100 grand worth, right? So we gave away, I'm sorry, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so on Sunday, day before yesterday, we gave away a 50K account to, who won in here? Wait, which one of you guys won? Turpy won, and wait, was it Turpy? And Drizza won. Where's Drizza? Right there, Drizza won, and I don't remember. I think it was Turpy. Yeah, Turpy and Drizza. They each got a 50K account. Oh, new guy. Yeah, the new guy. There was a new guy that won. You're right. That was Calvin.
I think Turpy won a week ago.
Yeah. Calvin won. It's funny. It was his first time in the session. His first day as part of the signals. We got a W, and he won an account on his first day. Right, but then you get access every single day, twice a day to the Zooms, the no delay Zooms, right? We're streaming right now. So the YouTube has like a 3-second delay. Zooms don't. New guy won. All right, 4-hour closing. All right, let's look at this. Damn, the daily within all these wicks, we could still reject, right? We're below this daily level here. This could just be a top wick for the daily, and we continue on our merry way down. So a little tough here. Really in a tough range. This is not the best price action. It's not what you want to see, and it's people are getting clapped here left and right. Do you trade London or pre-New York? Any schedule? We had a signal channel pre-London trade at like 1:30 yesterday or day before yesterday, but not really. I don't really trade London, New York, and Asian. I gotta rest at some point, right? I got 3 daughters. They need my attention too. Not including the behemoth of a fucking dog that I demon. What is your IG edits? The tennis court analogy was great. Also, the parenting life advice, maybe a separate channel. Nobody right now. That's what I put out, a big ad. You guys saw me put it out today. Yes, sir. Just made an account with them tonight. W. Yeah, Calvin right there. You won. Yeah. Saw me put out an ad. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm not really looking to hire somebody. I'm looking to like partner up with somebody. I'm not big on hiring. I really want like mutual input. Put your YouTube link on my X profile. Hope you don't mind. No, W, I appreciate it. Hey, share the stream. That's what I want. I want you guys to share the stream. I need your help in sharing the stream. The 4-hour just closed, by the way. We closed at a resistance, right? This is an hourly level here. A lot of rejection off this area. I honestly, I'd be doing you a disservice telling you, yeah, we're gonna get a fire trade here right now. We see this level here. This level might get tapped and have a heavy rejection down, but then again, we've just come up. We found support, and now we're coming back up to this level, so we might break it, and there's heavy range to the left. There's quite a few candles that still have to print for me to to see something that I like in terms of setting up. Like I can see how many candles per, at least, you know, 2 or 3 candles, and it's just, yeah, I would be doing you a disservice getting you in a trade here. I think we could see something much better if we, and I think we will in New York. I'm gonna let this chop go. Mutual is better. Everyone has skin in the game. Take it from someone who used to have partners in the business I own. Keywords are used to. I would rather have us both working towards the same goal, while you know your responsibility and I know mine, right? I'm the star of the show, you're the guy behind the camera, but we still, you grow because I grow because you grow, because this has to work in unison, right? Unless you got good ideas, like shit, you can be a star of the show, that's great, but we got to have, like, you know, brainstorming and ideas and action. Like I don't like talk about, I like to, hey, let's go, we're going now, let's do this now, run now. Like, yeah, if you're living next to me, that'd be great. Shouldn't have to pay someone who's passionate and committed. I mean, someone who's passionate and committed, they just, it's naturally, money is just a byproduct of what they do, right? It's a side effect of being good at what you do. They have to speak your language to portray your message and flow properly. You can't just pay someone to do that. They have to already speak that first. Exactly. So that's why I would really love for it to be someone from the community. But I just, you know, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to just, what are the chances that someone's in the community and they're not too far from me? And that's what they do. Like, and that's their thing, right? It's very hard to find that ideal person. Just got the signals. W, Christian. I think you were in there before, weren't you, Mr. Quintana? I think you were in there a long time ago. A partnership is better than an employee-employer relationship. Yes. If I knew some, I'd do it for free, definitely. What are we talking about? If I knew. Oh, you mean social media? Okay. And a lot of people be reaching out to me like, hey, this is my price. This is my price. And a lot of them, like, it's funny because, like, right, it's like high school kids or college kids that have a camera and really want to do, like, they're hungry, but they're reaching out to me and they're giving me prices. And it's like you don't really have an experience, right? This would be amazing for you. Don't give me a price. Reach out to me and be like, Wix, I don't even want to get paid. Let's run it up. And you get paid, I get paid. And I would be like, honestly, I probably would have been like, no, let me pay you. But like, someone's got to come with that attitude. Like, man, don't pay me. Let me show you what I can do and how we can grow, and then decide how much you think I deserve. And I'm very generous. It's just really like, people can't come at me with no experience and being like, hey, but this is how much I charge. Because everyone's just trying to make a buck instead of trying to grow, right? And if, like, you got to, you know, come at people the right way. And you got to, like, I like when people are trying to achieve what I'm trying to achieve. They're not trying to get paid for me just by doing the work I want. They got the same vision. You want to grow your brand? Yeah, I want 100K. I want 100K followers and subscribers across all platforms. That's what I want. So I could do a lot of fun stuff, like the things I have in my head and the things I like doing, and the imagination I have. Like, it's gonna be a wild ride, but it's got to be, you know, it's got to be dedication for it to be a wild ride. I gotta want to help build a brand, not just get paid. Exactly. Like behind the scenes, when the time's off, when you're not getting paid, are you brainstorming? Are you looking for ideas? Are you looking at equipment, things we can use, right? What are you doing behind the scenes when you're not getting paid? Are you living it, or are you just waiting for tomorrow to get paid? Right? Or are you living the business? What platforms you stream on now? No, I'm on YouTube. I'm talking about all social media, right? I'm talking about Twitter. I'm talking about TikTok. I'm talking about Facebook. I'm talking about Instagram. All across the platforms. You know, that's really the goal, and then the goals will change. Growth is the level limit, but it's not about, I don't need a social media manager, right? It's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. I'd need more of like a content creator, videographer. It's got like style. Right. But you gotta know, right? How to shoot, how to edit. You gotta be creative with your ideas like that. That's what. I like the younger guys because they're hungry, right? Anyone with a camera, it's like 18, 20, and that's what they want to do. Like they're hungry to, you know, get better at their craft, but gotta come at me the right way. What else we got? Well, I was doing right. That's what I'm asking platforms. I'm not trying to manage. I'm just trying to figure out what you craft to have social media people that have grown in my brand that I know. Maybe I could put you in touch. Yeah, that'd be cool. Can't do the shit you're after. All right. Yeah, let's call it a session here, gang. I appreciate you guys sticking around. We got 300 in the YouTubes here, but this looks terrible. This chop, right? This rejection area, it's just ugly. See, Benny agrees with me. He's barking from the other room. Yeah, if you know any people like that and they're South Florida, tag them, send them my way. Absolutely. I'm not looking for anything here right now. Not maybe the support here at 42.37, but we're quite a bit away from there. Right? We'd have to really break down. We're about 70 pips. Yeah, if it comes down here, maybe I got to reassess how we get down there. And if there's no top wick on this 4 hour, I would not mind taking it because that's a 4 hour level here across the board, right? You see that 4 hour level? Keep stops here very small, nice 25 pip stops. When do we see 25 pip stops? Almost never, right? Not never. And if we're able to come down here and tap this area, I probably would like a buy. As long as we don't flip right now and get this massive top wick and then a closure back in range, then I think we can drive through to these supports. But if I see it and I take it, this will be in a signal channel. This will be a signal channel position because I'm going to call it a stream here right now. I will see everybody here tomorrow morning for New York session, hopefully for FOMC as well. But I'm going to call it a session and see if I can go put my kids to bed before they pass out. Yeah, it's been a great session. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for New York. Signal channel, stay locked in for a little while. There's possibility of positions here based off the 4 hour, 1 hour levels down here, 41, 42, 37. We got to drop another 70 pips, and it really depends on how we get there. Not really if we get there, but how we get there, right? And if we get candles with closures, we close at the level. If we close with bottom wicks or no bottom wicks, if we open up with the bottom wick or a top wick, right? The relationship between the candles closing and opening will matter as well. Yeah, great stream, great conversation. See you guys in the morning. Thank you for joining me. Drop a like, sub to the channel before you dip. Please share the stream. Help me grow this channel. Help me grow this community. I need your help. And I'm going to keep giving out the dubs, right? We'll be back tomorrow to take some more W's. Mods, thank you as always for helping me run the stream. Jay, appreciate you. And
thank you.
And appreciate everyone else in the Zoom. Options, Reggie, appreciate all you guys. J-Mac, yeah, everyone that shows up night in, night out. Thank you guys. Bougie, Terpy, everybody, yeah. Options. I think I already said options. Nightbot for sure.
And welcome to the new members, people in the Discord and people that got the signals. Appreciate that.
New members joining up. Absolutely. Yep. Welcome to the team. We're glad to have you, and let's run it up. Chat, love and wisdom to you all, and I will see you in the AMs because my time here is up, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Gang, wait for this chop to end. Let's get out of this chop and then really evaluate the quality of the range we're in and the quality of the volume we're having at that time. But wait to get out of the chop. I'll see you guys in the morning. Later.